This is Max Sulkowski and Nason Tackett with you once more from here Technologies in Huntsville, Alabama. This is the next in a series of short videos we're doing just describing our products, how to hook them up, how they work, that type of thing. This one is going to be on the Matrix, the Switch Back M8RX. This little guy is my favorite of what we do. Basically, unlike the Pro and the Octo that we make, this guy is an interface. So it's not just a destination, you actually have a Dante-enabled interface here with 4 channels of Dante in and out, plus 4 channels of local input, which includes 2 really nice mic pre's and an 1/8" stereo input. The neat thing about this guy is you can route everything via controller, so that with 2 of these, your laptop, Dante Controller, sound card, and something like Ableton, you basically got a little studio. And it works really great for podcasters, things like that, gamers. There's a lot of folks out there that use these things just because they're small. You can clip it to your belt, and it's super simple to use, which we're about to show you. And what I'm going to do here, just to demonstrate it, is I've got one hooked up already, and we're going to hook this guy up and route him in controller and show you how we can cross-connect them or take them to Ableton, which is our band for this demonstration. So I'm going to go ahead and hook him up. This cable is simply to get audio to everybody so you can hear what's going on. And I'm going to put the headphones on so I can hear what's going on, so excuse me. And as we can see, he has now shown up. So we now have our 2 Matrix. The Brooklyn 2 over there, this guy, that is our Pro in the background. That doesn't have anything to do with this demonstration. So what I'm going to do is, let's just open things. Let's open up our receivers, which are our 2 Matrix. And for this demonstration, we are going to use 1 Matrix with the microphone and then our laptop. Once again, just with Dante, you have transmitters and receivers. For the first part of this guy is going to be our receiver, and what I'm going to do is, everybody likes, I guess, the stereo drum mix. So let's see, I happen to know that our drums are here for a stereo drum mix. So I've assigned it to my stereo input on this guy. And we now have drums. I want to point something out right here. The Matrix, as it comes to you and as it sits, comes and it works at 48K. That's where it's supposed to sit, and that gives you the 4 channels. It will do SMUX, which means 96K, but you lose 2 channels. You only have 2. That's just something to know. So we've got our drums. And let's see, we want to have a rhythm section here, so let's add a bass guitar. I'm going to go, let's put him on this channel. And now it's looping, so bear with it. And we should... Oh, we got a guitar. How's that? That'll work. So we have drums and a guitar, just routed right here through. And you can route anything from any source. And I'll show you how that works. What I want to do is get this microphone on my other Matrix to this Matrix. So let's get rid of this so you can hear. We are going to take his first input and go here. And now, if I turn this up, I actually have microphone, and you can actually hear me here. The neat thing about it is you can route anything to anything, so that if you got a keyboard, whatever, you can actually go into the 1/8" input. Also, the mic inputs do have a TRS jack. It's a combo jack, I believe, by Nortric. And so you can actually go that way. So routing to these guys is extremely simple. You know, it's very straightforward. One thing, you can actually, they do have 48 volt capability for the microphones, and it's a true 48 volts. We actually offer a PoE injector if you don't have one that you can literally just put in line with the cat cable going to it, so you can get the 48 volts to the unit, or just a switch. Correct me if I'm wrong, the Matrix, unlike the Pro, will not link at a gig.
It's 100 megabits.
It's 100 megabits, so be aware of that. If you've got a switch that's gigabit only and you can't get them to work, that's why it will only link at 100 megabit. Show you a little bit about how this Matrix is set up. Basically, of course, your cat cable goes in, and it'll let you know the status down here on this, whether it has sync, whether it's in the, when it gets hooked up to Dante. The cool thing is, we have a little, Nason put a neat little RGB LED on the top of this guy, and by holding in the two buttons, you can actually change the color. And say you've got multiple matrices, we have one place that it has like 90 of them in use at one time, and you can actually put a different color to each one if you wish. The neat thing, the buttons that I'm looking at here have several functions. They can do that. They can actually change the color of that LED. Notice that on the B side here, I've got this yellow LED on. That actually controls your phantom power on or off. So either A or B, for those two mic jacks, these buttons will turn the phantom power on and off. The other thing it does is it actually control the gain to the mic inputs themselves. So if I hit the B button and not hold it, if I continue to hit it, notice this green LED that is going down and up. We can actually set the gain on either channel A or B wherever we want it. The Matrix will remember it. Okay, so in other words, you can actually set your gains here, and it's taken care of. It will remember it once you power down. On the front of this guy, and they're not on right now, but there are little blue and red LEDs underneath, which tell you if you're actually receiving Dante on that channel. It goes blue. If you're clipping the channel, it'll go red. Same thing with the microphone inputs, so you know exactly what's going on here. The bottom row of knobs on the concentrics is your Dante. The top blue are your local inputs, your analogs. Now, we're running 48K, that type of thing. So if you decide to run SMUX and go 96K, what happens is you'll have these two, but the stereo goes away. In other words, the 1/8 inch input on the back is eliminated, so you just have the two microphone inputs. If you have any questions on the Matrix, go to our website, heretechnologies.com. We got a bunch of information there, including the quick start guide. And if anything else, just email us, info@heretechnologies.com.